Hello friends, Brandy here with Falcon Healing Arts. I hope you are well. We just finished celebrating Thanksgiving here in the United States, and it's a natural time for us to pause and appreciate the blessings in our lives. But what I want to focus on today, what I want to highlight is feeling grateful for your body as it is. Do you love and appreciate your body fully, completely? Chances are you're saying no. There might be something about your appearance you were born with that you would like to change. Maybe you are displeased with the way you're aging and you're constantly pointing out these changes as flaws. Maybe you had a health challenge that has made you very distrustful and feeling betrayed by your body. Perhaps you do go through periods of feeling very grateful for your body, but it's after a health scare or after someone close to you has become sick or died. Wouldn't it be lovely to be thankful for your body every single day? With that degree of appreciation, we would be able to drop a lot of our fears and insecurities. We would be much less judgmental of ourselves and of other people. So it would affect our relationship better with others if we appreciated our body more. We would probably be well for longer periods of time because we address even the smallest complaints of the body and treat it with the utmost importance. We all need help in this area, but women are more prone to sensitivities around the body and around our physical appearance. So a few years ago, I put a blog post together that highlighted 10 effective ways that you can develop more gratitude and appreciation for your body as it is. And I just went through it recently. I actually took out one of them, added one in, and changed it up a bit with different views that I'm holding now. These ideas will allow you to be more thankful for your body, really appreciating how far it's taking you in your life so far, and hopefully for many decades to come. I believe the first place to start is to consider your body's amazing capacity to heal. We do not hear this enough with our standard healthcare. It's centered around pathology, around disease, about how things can go wrong with your body. And so that is the lens that we're constantly looking through. What's wrong with the body? What needs to be fixed? And just focusing on just getting through that discomfort, and then oftentimes just sitting back into a disconnected state again while it's well. If you are constantly aware of how your body is trying to heal you all the time, then you're more likely to have a more proactive view on caring for yourself, and it will be from deep love and respect for the body. That will be your motivation, not trying to get rid of or to avoid disease. So it's putting a more positive spin on how you look at yourself. Just consider the ways that your body automatically cares for you without you being conscious of it. Your body employs your immune system. Whenever there's a break in your skin or it's perceiving that there's something foreign in the body that doesn't belong, automatically it sends in help to get rid of that invasion and support your body in building up its reserves for healing. Also think how it runs on autopilot to keep your heart beating, to keep your breath moving, to keep your temperature stable. These are things that we take for granted. We just don't think about because we don't have to. And if you do think about it more often, that appreciation for your body will build. So just remember that it is always seeking homeostasis. It is always seeking balance, and it will communicate with you if there is something off. so you can trust that it will tell you when it needs more support. And this leads to my second point, which is to communicate with your body positively. First, we need to listen. Listen to the cues that your body is giving you and take them seriously. The mind can get in the way of this communication, and this is what makes you overlook these signals and make you discount them. So we need to be perceiving the body and its communication in a very honest way. These are the typical alarm signals that the body will give if it's needing more support. Of course, pain is a major signal, and sometimes we get used to certain amounts of pain. We don't want to do that. Any pain is a signal that the body is needing more support. Also, numbness, skin changes or rashes, digestive issues, so too much slowing down or speeding up of your digestion, feeling fatigued, unintentional weight loss or weight gain, feeling dizzy, out of sorts that way. Perhaps you're getting sick often with respiratory illnesses. Disturbed sleep is also a major sign that something is off. So we can thank our body for these messages and see them honestly without shame. That's the only way we're going to be able to move forward to give the body the care it needs, is to be able to see everything. This communication is not all about us listening to the body, though. It's how we are speaking to the body and about the body. I learned in massage school back in the year 2000, so a long time ago, that the body believes everything you say, probably everything you think about it too. And from that point on, I was very careful with how I talked to patients about their bodies, but of course also how I talk to myself about my body. And so this is something I do notice with my patients, but of course with my friends too. And so I'm sharing this with you as well. Please try to talk to your body in a more positive way. And at the end of the list here, there will be a pointer of how you can do that more effectively. But I just want to share an example. I went to a family member's house actually, and she had written a note to herself on the refrigerator. So it was a letter. It said her name, comma, and something to the effect of, "You are fat, you are disgusting, you need to stay healthy or you will die." I'm exaggerating, but it was that negative about herself. And it was stirring up, I imagine, feelings of guilt and shame that were supposedly going to motivate her to lose weight. Staying in that low vibration of guilt and shame is not developing self-love. So it might be motivating for a short amount of time to get on a wellness path, but it's not sustainable when you are motivated from that aspect. If something goes wrong on this path, you're more likely, I believe, and this is what I've seen, you're more likely to give up because the love is not there. To have more compassion for yourself and say, it's okay, let's just get back on the wagon. Let's just start off on this path again from that loving perspective, just like we would with a hurt child. We'd get them back up, love them, and send them off. Instead of saying, "Why did you do that? You should be ashamed of yourself." Okay, we talk to ourselves like that all the time. So I highly suggest that you change that inner dialogue. Let me know if you need any help with that. Now, the way that our body communicates with us is not always negative. It's not always showing that there's a problem or an imbalance. So we can thank it for all the pleasure that it is giving us as well. This will help us develop appreciation, respect, and love. So think of all the ways that we experience pleasure. Perhaps you want to prioritize your sex life. Maybe you want to be getting more regular massages. Take long, hot baths with pleasing smelling essential oils. Nourish your body with yummy tasting food. Again, balance is always key. You're not depriving yourself. Enjoy what you're tasting. And it can be pleasurable to exercise too. You just need to find the things that you enjoy. The fourth way you can develop more gratitude and appreciation for your body is to seek out natural health practices to take care of it. So mind-body exercises like yoga, tai chi, qigong, and holistic medicine such as traditional Chinese medicine, which of course I practice, but also homeopathy, naturopathy, chiropractic, aromatherapy, etc. These systems work with the body and help it heal itself. They are also proactive. So you're working with these practices and systems when you are both healthy and well, and when you're sick and needing more support. They are an investment in your health. In my practice, I find that the people who really embrace what we're doing in our sessions take more responsibility for their health. They feel more empowered as they're getting better. And they are truly grateful when they see their bodies change and adapt. Number 5 is to consider the qualities that make you unique. Now, I know that this one can be challenging for most people. We all have something about us that makes us feel self-conscious that we are still working with. So it's hard to accept all of our uniqueness because sometimes we feel that aspect of us that seems off is bad. And so I'm going to share a couple examples from my life that will hopefully help you move through this a bit easier. So I have always been very short and muscular. I actually developed early too. So I would get teased a lot. There were a lot of eyes on me. And the things that the boys were saying about me didn't feel good. When I wanted them to like me, and they were saying I worked out a lot and were making me feel more masculine, that was not the message I wanted. I wanted to be beautiful. I wanted to be perceived that way. And I'm not clear actually if they thought that was bad or not, that I was muscular. That was the way that I was interpreting it. And so it took me a very long time until young adulthood for me to really embrace that. And there were definitely moments, the way that I put myself out into the world, where this was challenged. I was a yoga instructor for over 20 years. And there was, not so much anymore, but there used to be this stereotypical image of a yogini as being tall and thin. And that didn't stop me from wanting to teach. In fact, I don't remember that ever being an issue in my classes. I was a very confident teacher. So everyone knew I was the teacher just by the way I carried myself. I was very capable. I was very articulate. I was helping people. And so even though I was always more curvy and had a higher body fat percentage, I don't feel that was something people were judging me about, because their experience in my class was overall positive and it was about them. It was not about me at all. Now, there was a time I was doing some private instruction with a client, and she had a holiday party, and I attended. I was very dressed up. I thought I looked good. And I was talking to one of her friends, and she was asking how I knew this woman. And I said, oh, I'm her yoga instructor. I come over here weekly and teach her and her husband yoga. And this woman looked me up and down and just said a couple of words that were uncomfortable and walked away. That was the only time I had ever felt judged about the way that I looked and about yoga being part of the profession. So that has definitely stood out in my mind. But again, it's not something that was so horrible that it made me stop. By that time, I had already embraced that I could be strong and feminine. So even though this interaction was very uncomfortable, it did not affect the way that I viewed myself and definitely did not affect the way that I love myself. So can you shift your mind to see your differences as being a gift, as a way that you are standing out, and a way that you are adding value in a different way? Maybe you are changing perceptions with the way that you are in the world. See it as a gift instead of something strange and different. This is something you need to settle within yourself, and then it does not matter what other people think of you. Number 6 is to fill your wardrobe with clothes that actually fit you. This was so hard for me after I had my son. Maybe for the first month or two, I was keeping clothes in there that I was hoping I would get into, and then it became very evident that that was going to be a longer journey. So I also realized that it was not healthy to fixate on becoming my former self. It felt good to donate these clothes to women who were this size right now. So try not to crowd your wardrobe with reminders of your former self or your future ideal. Can you stay present with yourself where your life is actually happening and support yourself with clothes that are comfortable and pleasing? Following up on that is number 7, to stay present with your body and to move forward without any regrets. This is an important reminder for those of you who have undergone some serious health challenges that were traumatic. The trauma keeps us in the past quite often. Either we're trying not to repeat what happened in the past, or we're trying to move back before this traumatic event happened to see if we can recapture the vitality that we had before. Things happen for a reason. We need to always remember that there's a lesson from all of our experiences. There is a silver lining as well. And we can learn from the past. We can fully be with ourselves in the present. And all those aspects of the self, the past and the present, are moving with us into the future. So you're moving forward with this new knowledge. And this is what it means to grow. And a lot of times our body is involved with this growth process that may be happening on other levels of our being. So can you stay fully present with what is, trusting that you are moving toward a more healthy, more authentic, and joyful period in your life? Number 8 is to be body positive while also striving for a healthy physique. So we're talking about balance here, about loving and appreciating how you look while also acknowledging that there is room for developing healthier habits. Now, I have weight to lose. I'm very, very honest about that. And I've done a great job since the pandemic, which I was at my heaviest besides when I had my son. And I hope very soon I'll be able to share my method with you, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer until I have it dialed in before I do share. But I have lost over 10 pounds. It's been very slow, but in a very loving way that I'm doing it with my body. So can you be compassionate with yourself, still loving who you are and what you look like, but also acknowledging that you could be more fit? There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And this all gets very blurred with how we are viewing health and models on magazines in the larger community. So much outrage about seeing super skinny women on the covers of magazines, yet not the same outrage when we're seeing larger women on magazines. Both are not healthy, but both are beautiful. And we can still be compassionate with those stages of these women's lives where they are likely trying to heal. So can you have that compassion for yourself? Can you have that compassion for another woman or another man we could be talking about too? We don't even need to be commenting about other people's bodies, honestly. So being positive about everybody's bodies while also acknowledging that there may be work for you to do in order to be in a more healthy range. Number 9, a super simple and enjoyable one, is to adorn your body. So regardless of your size, regardless of your age, you are doing things with your body that make you feel wonderful. So embodying that goddess energy. It is okay to show off your body, to love how you look, whether that be with makeup or jewelry. Perhaps it's a nice outfit. Maybe it's tattoos, more permanent. Maybe it's slathering on essential oils, making yourself smell good in addition to looking good. Highlight the features that you love as a way to honor your body. Positive affirmations can be a great tool in changing negative and unhelpful behaviors like self-body shaming, like what we were talking about before with our communication with the body. And so affirmations are said in a positive way. They're said often to help you change your mindset, to help you change that inner dialogue. And so you can come up with something that helps you address your tendency. And so I'm going to have in the blog post that you'll see in the description below, you may want to click on that because I'll have a pin I'm also going to put on Pinterest, which has several affirmations you could use in a mindfulness practice. One of my favorites, since I tend to take things very seriously, take a little too much responsibility, I get a lot of tension in my body from that stress, from that self-imposed stress. And so an affirmation I've been using recently is I'm consciously letting go of any held tension, feeling more space and ease in my body so I can connect in deeper with my essential nature. Okay, that one's important to me because this essential nature is just love and peace and being open and receptive. That is the balance I'm needing. So all those words could be part of the affirmation too. So hopefully in the blog post, you'll see in this graphic an affirmation that you can use. If they don't resonate, then just think of what you need. What do you need to balance? And see if you can combine those words in a positive way. And then write it down, have it in your space where you do your meditation or other mindfulness practice. Let me know if you need any help with that, by the way. I'd love to help work that out for you in the comments below. Thank you, friends, for watching this video and for sharing this with someone in your life who you feel could really use this guidance and support. If you enjoyed the video, also give me a thumbs up. I am nearing 1,000 subscribers, so I would love for you to subscribe to this channel to get me over that milestone if you would appreciate more wellness content. I used to be doing these videos weekly. I'm cutting down on that for a bit while I focus on my in-person acupuncture and healing practice. But I hope to be on here more frequently again in the future. Much love and peace to you all.